and welcome back to the 8-Bit. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Angela, here to bring you the latest from the gaming universe. Today we'll look at some new twists on games you know and love, but first, the bad news. After a series of setbacks, Concept announced that Mighty No. 9 will be released in February of 2016. The spiritual successor to Mega Man, Mighty No. 9 was originally set to release earlier this month. However, it was pushed back due to the discovery of issues with online functionality. Mighty No. 9 will be released in North America for consoles and PC on February 9th. A worldwide release will follow on February 12th. Concept also noted that the game will later be available for handheld consoles. Recently, Shigeru Miyamoto announced on the Nintendo Gaming Facebook page that the next installment of the Star Fox franchise will not be hitting stores this holiday season. Fans everywhere are disappointed, and I know what you're thinking, you're upset too, as the last Star Fox game created was a re-release of Star Fox 64 for the 3DS. Miyamoto stated the game is technically ready for a holiday launch, but some minor adjustments are needed to give players the best possible experience. Star Fox Zero is now slated to come out sometime during the first quarter of 2016. Are you the kind of person who loves to remodel your room over and over and over again? Well, Animal Crossing's new game, Happy Home Designer, is about designing your homes and every room inside. Check out our review of this new twist on Animal Crossing.
The world of Animal Crossing has been charming its audience since the first game was released in 2001, allowing players to build relationships to their very own town and its inhabitants. Animal Crossing fans highly anticipated the new addition to the series, Happy Home Designer, which focuses primarily on designing and decorating the homes of your Animal Crossing villagers. Despite the simplicity of the game, it still manages to convey that charisma that Animal Crossing fans have grown to love. The game begins with a confused Tom Nook who, surprise, welcomes you to your first day of work. Only this time, instead of running tedious errands, you are now a talented interior designer. Some familiar faces greet you and explain that you are now able to personalize the interior and exterior of every home in your new town. With every potential home design as an option, possibilities are endless. The rules are simple. The villager will give you 3 pieces of furniture that they want in their home, a vague description, and the rest is up to your own interpretation. As you progress in the game, you are able to unlock the ability to design your own clothes, patterns, decorate windows, add rooms, and even change the size and shape of the house. Every day you talk to a villager, choose a location to build, and begin dragging and dropping furniture that fits your vision. This game is a dream for people who love to collect furniture and design buildings, but it just doesn't feel as complete as other Animal Crossing games. Although you can visit your villagers after you design their homes, the dialogue is repetitive and the relationships are not as rewarding. Without the ability to walk freely through your town and bond with villagers, suddenly you feel like an outsider. The game also lacks any sense of a real reward system. Although it does feel great to have a happy customer, they are almost always happy. As long as you use the furniture they requested, you can do virtually anything to their home and they will like it. Despite these flaws, Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer is a fantastic design game. You are eventually able to not only design homes, but a school, cafe, and other special projects. They may not reward you in bells, but it is rewarding to watch your villager live in the home you just spent 45 minutes putting together. This game is simple, but that doesn't mean you won't enjoy taking on challenges from your villagers, and sometimes it does get a little challenging. Happy Home Designer is charming, relaxing, and imaginative. The 8-Bit gives this game an 8 out of 10.
On September 25th, the Call of Duty blog announced that PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 versions of Call of Duty Black Ops 3 will not come with a campaign. Black Ops 3 is the first Call of Duty game to not include a campaign on last-generation consoles. As a result, though, the price of PS3 and 360 versions will be reduced from $60 to $50. These versions of the game will still include the multiplayer portions as well as the new zombie installment. We think this is an interesting move from Activision. What do you guys think? Sound off in the comments below. On September 28th, 343 Industries, the developers of the Halo franchise, released a new commercial for their highly anticipated new entry in the series. This new live-action trailer for Halo 5 Guardians does not disappoint. Taking a darker tone than previous trailers, it focuses on the galaxy's reaction to the death of franchise hero, Master Chief. This will be 343 Industries' second entry in the Halo franchise after taking over when original developers Bungie parted ways with Microsoft in 2009. Halo 5 Guardians is set to release for Xbox One on October 27th. Splatoon was an instant hit when it released this summer for the Wii U, teaching children that spraying paint everywhere isn't always a bad thing. Let's take it to Alex in the field with this week's challenge segment.
Hey guys, I'm back, and this time I brought some friends with me in order to do our latest challenge, Splateral Damage. In Splatoon, the main objective is to cover the map with your team's paint while battling your opponents, and we have an arena ripe for the painting. With me, I have Abu, Michael, and Yaz, and we are going to split up into teams in order to play real-life Splatoon. Here's how it's going to work. Each team will have one kid and one squid. The kids will have the guns and will go around shooting each other and messing around with the squids. The squids will each have a shield and the paint, and they're going to go around tagging designated areas for points. The kids can get shot all they want, but if a squid gets shot in the shirt, they have to go right back to the center. Remember, the team that gets painted on the least will get bonus points at the end. Are you guys ready? Yeah! Let's do it.
It was a hard-fought battle, with the right side being highly contested. However, the left was all red. As a result, the red team has won.
Take that, Alex! What?
Back to you, Angela.
Those eagerly awaiting Star Wars Battlefront will finally get an opportunity to play the much-anticipated shooter. EA and DICE have announced the release for the game's beta. From October 8th through the 12th, players can step into a galaxy far, far away and either smash the Rebel Alliance or fight off Imperial forces. The beta takes players on a familiar journey to Hoth for an AT-AT Walker assault. Players will be able to test out the hero system while they're there, which allows them to wield the Force and slice down opponents as either Darth Vader or Luke Skywalker. Star Wars Battlefront will hit store shelves on November 17, 2015. For the first time in series history, Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed Syndicate will feature a transgender character. Ned Weiner is his name, and while his role in the Syndicate universe isn't quite clear, you can bet he will be one of the many characters handing out side quests. Ubisoft took criticism from fans last year before the release of Unity, which was directed at the lack of gender options for playable characters. Ubisoft appears to have listened, as Syndicate gives players the options to play as either of the siblings, Jacob or Evie Fry. Assassin's Creed Syndicate is set to release on October 23, 2015. LEGO Dimensions warped onto the scene September 27th, boasting an enormous cast of characters with awesome companion LEGO playsets. But is it worth the investment? Find out in our review.
LEGO Dimensions from Warner Bros. Studios is the LEGO series' answer to the very popular Disney Infinity. This action-adventure platformer takes LEGO games to new heights. While previous games in the series have featured a specific world from classic films, Dimensions merges characters from a variety of films and shows, including Doctor Who, The Simpsons, and many more, all to take on the evil Lord Vortek and his minions. While there is an enormous assortment of characters in the game, the main protagonists are Batman, Gandalf, and Wildstyle. The main draw to this title is the gameplay. If you enjoyed the puzzles from previous games, you'll be happy to know that they are back and as enjoyable as ever. LEGO Dimensions also adds a unique feature in the LEGO Toypad. The Toypad is necessary when adding characters or vehicles in-game. This is done without any interruption to gameplay, so calling in support has never been easier. All you have to do is place the created piece on the Toypad sensor and watch your creation enter the game. LEGO Dimensions is a very fun game. However, it does have its drawbacks. The worst, in-game microtransactions limit how you explore the world. Certain areas are only available to characters with certain skill sets, forcing you to go out and buy more level packs for the character that's inside. Another problem with these microtransactions is they don't make a huge difference in the gameplay. The three main heroes are still the best characters to use. I also found myself frustrated with the computer AI. NPCs just aren't very helpful, especially when it comes to picking up Lego pieces, which they don't. There's a lot to explore in each of these Lego worlds outside of the main story. However, you're constantly limited based on which level packs you own. The game isn't all bad though. The best part is the boss battles. LEGO Dimensions makes the bosses challenging and creative, forcing you to think outside the block. But once you've conquered them, you can't help but just sit back and enjoy your victory. Dimensions isn't genre defining, but it may be the best in the series and definitely opens up the LEGO world to more possibilities in the future. The 8-bit gives LEGO Dimensions an 8 out of 10.
We at the 8-bit aren't shy about our love for Smash Bros, so when we heard about a 2D fighter with that same Smash feel, we couldn't stay away. Check out this week's Indie Spotlight, Rivals of Aether.
Rivals of Aether is a 2D sprite-based fighting game where civilizations at war summon the power of fire, water, air, and earth to determine who will control the world of Aether. Clearly inspired by the Smash Bros. Franchise, Rivals of Aether uses the classic ring-out mechanic that is a staple in Nintendo's brawler. Players use light, heavy, and special attacks to build up the percentages of their foes in order to easily knock them out of the stage. The controls in Rivals of Aether feel tight and responsive, and comboing is easy, fun, and satisfying. Getting hit once can mean the end of a life if you're playing against an experienced opponent. Each character has their own set of moves and interesting gimmicks that make them unique. For example, Orcane the Water Summon can place puddles around the map and teleport to them at any time. Crag the Earth Summon can create platforms underneath himself and opponents to create awesome combos. There are 6 characters to choose from currently, and 2 more will be released in the future. The stages in Rivals of Aether are unique and presented in beautiful pixel art. The world feels vibrant and alive, and the chiptune soundtrack fits perfectly with the ambiance of the game. Rivals of Aether is currently in early access, which means that it is still in development. Because gamers can play the game while it develops, their input in balancing the game is taken into consideration while the game is being made. There currently is no single-player campaign, but there's plenty to do with local and online multiplayer. Rivals of Aether is currently available on Steam and is coming soon to Xbox One.
That's all the time we have for this episode. Thank you for watching. Join us next time for the latest games and reviews, and as always, be sure to go like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter while you're waiting for the next episode. This is Angela Nguyen, Saving Progress.